Manson is only concerned with the unfathomable parameters of his own world, his recurring fascination with reflection.
See, the judgments are, how will I judge anything? I'm judging it from within inside of me. However I see anything, I'm seeing it from what's inside of me. The man in the mirror. I go beyond the man in the mirror because I set the mirrors on the ends of your roads, Jake. But I set them with these little nooses. When your children come in to me, I hang them on the ventilators according to what I need to be and what I have to get done to weave my patterns, to do whatever I have to do to survive in the places where you know the pictures where we live. Everybody that thought that they're playing me, I think they'll end up finding out that they got played by themselves, because we each get the guy in the mirror.
Could you look in the camera and tell people they're going to see this? Tell them who you really are.
Tell them who I really am. I'm this hand here, with no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah. That shoulder there. Yeah, you look like a healthy young man. I like you.
Talk to the people if they're going to see you now.
Well, I can't talk to the people. That's your reality. You're the one that does that. I don't.
Well,
I'm dealing with you.
What do you have to say that you've never been able to say before?
You've been through a lot, ain't you? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's why we can probably meet as easy as we do. I feel real comfortable with you, man.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you have to say that you've never been able to say in this situation before?
I'm going to survive. If you do or not, that's up to you. You dig? But the only thing that keeps me from surviving is the people that don't want to survive. So here's what I would say to all the people that have the death wish. Why don't you go ahead and find your own way out? Why come to me with all this dying and all this fear and all this bullshit? I'm not into dying and fear. I'm into music. I play music. I play music, I ride my motorcycle around, and I can play anything, any act. I mean, I've played them all, you know, but which one ain't an act? I don't know.
Does it matter?
I guess only to how much you're getting paid. You know, or who's paying you. Or if your dollar's going to be worth anything to start with. Or if you got to give half of it to some Jew fucking bastard who's doing nothing but laying up and sucking on what somebody else is doing, you dig? In other words, I can't get the maggots out of my brain. Everywhere I look up, man, I got these little fucking bloodsuckers that get in my head, and they want to just feed from me some more, you know? And I say, good God, man, ain't you fed on me enough? 2,000 years ain't made you fat enough to get off my fucking neck, man, you dig? Who am I? I'm anybody I can get away with being. I'll take his clothes and put his boots on and get the hell out of here and walk on down the road and be a hobo if I had a good chance. I don't like killing. I don't kill bushes. I don't kill trees. I don't eat animals. I don't like killing, but I'm just like anybody else. I can, when I'm pushed to do that, I can do that just as easy as eating a piece of steak or cooking a chicken. It all balances off on Rock Hudson to be the macho until they find out that he's not really that. or to the Marine sergeant who can't say what he's doing in the locker room. You know what I mean? I mean, who cares the balance of what the in-betweens are, you dig? In other words, am I a bitch, a homosexual, a punk, or am I a macho, or a boot goop, or a flim dim? Or am I all things to all people in all ways? Am I their death if they seek it too closely? Am I their judgments if they find harshness within themselves? Am I their benefactor if I've got the... in other words, like, what am I? Oh, me? Hell, I don't make nothing happen. I just walk along with what's going on. I mean, make happen. What your thought? Well, the same thing with you in your world. What you know, like you've made me happen. I mean, you know, how can you say I make you happen when you made me happen just as much as I made you happen? I'm only what you put into me. You dig what I'm saying?
You put your thought out into the world.
No. You put your thought into me. You sent me this, and you did that, and you said so and so, and you put such and such, and I said, oh, this is what you see? Man, this must be, you know, wow, you know what I mean? All right. You know what I mean? In other words, if that's what you see, then I'll meet you in that. Yeah, that's beautiful. Fantastic. If I lived with you for about a month or two, then you would have a whole different concept of me. You wouldn't think the same thing of me. Your whole opinion of me would change. Not only your opinion of me would change, your opinion of you would change. And we would kind of reflect off into each other to where we become a part of. They'll walk up and down and tell you, yeah, this is me, baby, and this is me, real boo, but that ain't them. It's just a carbon copy reflection of. You know, they won't let the reality of.
You've said that you're a reflection of everything around you.
Sure, what else could a child be? That goes into you. You're going to reflect it sooner or later. If I'm going like this, pretty soon you're going to reflect that. All children do. I'm born right now. Anybody that puts their life on the line for me, I've always been right there with them because I stay right there all the time. I was born and raised there. I stay there all the time, constantly. I'm so much there, you dig what I'm saying, that Japan came over and said hello. And I said hi. You dig? And then anybody with any respect would respect me. But any punk that don't have respect and all that fear and insecurity, you dig? Then they treat me like the fucking punk that they are. In other words, they give me all their insecurity. I can't see no mistakes. I think the infinite wisdom of all things are perfect. Even these guys, even though I don't agree with them, you dig? And I conflict with them, and I argue with them, and I struggle for the same thing they struggle for, perfection. Don't place no emphasis on history because they'll all lie. The truth is that your history books are full of bullshit. Most of your books are full of bullshit. You know that, being a writer yourself.
How do you think people are going to remember you?
I don't think they're going to be anybody to remember anything. You know, they're destroying everything. They'll destroy it all the way back down to the coyotes and the wolves and the scorpions and the bugs and the snakes. And they'll probably see a few of us fake phony son of a bitches sitting over and looking at the thing saying, yeah, that's an old rerun in Mars somewhere. I'm just checking that dude out, man.
Good guy.
Cameramen have a way of hiding. Yeah. You know, are you Irish?
Irish English, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Ready complexion, huh?
No, what always happens every time I get out of jail, I have a kid. And then the broad ends up snitching on me or getting me locked up. And then she takes the kid on down the road. And she raises him up to be like her. And then I see him when he gets to be about 30 or 40 years old. He's a little fat fucker. He thinks just like his mother. You dig? So I see a bunch of little fat fuckers that think just like their mother. And I look at him and I say, yeah.
Do you know if any of your children have followed in your footsteps?
They're all my children. And anybody that ever seen me is following in my footsteps. How else could they do anything else? Should I explain that?
Yeah.
brand new step. Never been done. It's history. Every step I take now is history. And I'm carrying 900 million people in my mind. You see the Pope? He's a cigarette butt on the floor.
Well,
Now open up your mind into that. See all the Orientals and the dragons? All the tongs? See all the feathers? See the swastika spinning? You see it coming alive? In our minds as a youth, you see that spirit coming back? You see it coming back? You dig what I'm saying? In other words, it's coming back in the spirit of the youth. It's coming back from the battlefields. It's coming back. Peace on earth. Peace on earth. And the peace on earth goes beyond that line. And I put that line on the blind man's pole. Then I run that down with some other soul. And then I cut that on back with another track and come back and say, choo, I know my mind. And I trust the very same person that you do. And the very same person that you do. I trust the only person left to trust. Me.
Manson will always stand as a challenge to all preconceived notions, playing the role of shaman to a society out of order with nature, out of harmony with its own bestial heritage. As the world sinks further into the long slide of self-destruction, Manson's legacy will endure. If he is mad, his is the madness of a visionary, a prophet without honor. Lynette Fromme has captured the Manson enigma best when she said,
"Everyone has wanted to make him small, yet a monster, stupid, with hypnotic powers, a fascist and a commie, a prejudiced nigger lover, a Macho-Punk, both Christ and the devil. Or, on the opposite side of everything."